Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Form of Therapy. My name is Cheok PD, and today on the Culture Study, I'm going to be reacting to 1999 by Mark. That's Mark of NCT making his official solo debut. Now, Mark has had a slew of releases even before this. The official countdown for his solo debut was kicked off with Brakji and then 82 Pressin. But even before that, he has made a lot of solo songs that he's released through SM Station. So, with that in mind, 1999 is the title track. That is the culmination of all his experimentation and all the hard work that he's put in over the years. And I say hard work with emphasis, the hard work that he's put in over the years with his first solo album, The First Fruit. Now, I am going to do a listening party for that almost immediately. I'm going to be releasing that on Wednesday. If you guys are checking this out on YouTube, it's probably already out by now. Typically, I do listening parties and release them the next month to sort of pre-film my content and have it ready for my patrons. However, it is Mark, and I was not going to make people wait a month. So it is already out probably if you're watching this on YouTube. So you can check that out in the link below. With that in mind, you don't have to support us monetarily. That's completely fine. I only post it on Patreon for copyright reasons. Let's go ahead and just get into the music video. This is 1999 by Mark. Wow.
Well, listen to me. Listen.
Oh, interesting. Eve of Y2K. Future time traveler Mark.
Well, listen to me.
Whoa, unexpected. Wow. Wow.
Back again. What's up with the testament? Flow, I'ma break the net.
Ooh. This flow got a destination. I'll break the net. Oh.
I'ma wake him up, I'ma wake him up, I'ma wake him up. 난 되고 뭐 신문제 기분 내 dream 소박하리 없지. Got a call from a maker told me wake up said okay 오늘 저 태양 젊어 보여 I feel reborn used to think but now I know baby 1999 다시 느껴나 Today I feel so new feels like 99
Wow. This is the hook. Wow.
기가 막히네 아침에 okay I wear that armor like Jackie in the woods 하루밤 나절 바뀌는 세상 말고 난 I know he sees me more than so viral What's a decade 10년 동안 나 같은 너무 못 봤네 100 못할 바엔 일을 하라게 I'm so fine Well listen to me 1999 다시 느껴나 Today I feel so new feels like 99 Well listen to me 99 yeah 99 What? 99 yeah 99 99 yeah 99 Light it up 해가 또 밝았네 This is a revolution I leave the 99 Just to get to one baby 세기 마지막에 태어나 시대의 마지막이 될게 Only one more question remains 대체 what was his plan 99 Yeah you ain't listening Listen Well listen to me Let me show you I was born to be Let me show you I was born to be What you mean? Let me show you I was born to be I was always meant to be yours Yeah
Let's bring it back.
다시 느껴나 Today I feel so new feels like 99 Listen to me 99 yeah 99 99 yeah 99 99 yeah 99 그냥 show me how you
that was so damn cool. That was so damn cool. It all came down to what is Mark going to do for his actual title track. A title track is, it's your identity. As much as like the album is, like what you set as the title track, the lead single, really is kind of a statement piece more than anything. And I think the term title track, what it's become in the K-pop industry over the years is like, this has to be the most catchy, addictive pop track. This is like the one that we want to hook people on. And that's not to say that 1999 isn't catchy. It is. But what kind of blows my mind is 82 Present and Prakchi, I think, lean more into K-pop conventional norms as different as Prakchi is. Like Prakchi is like more drill beat. But like 82 Present then might be more the K-pop sound. The fact that he doesn't go for any of that, rather than trying to go for a pop beat or a charting type of sound, as it were, 1999 feels unique to the identity of Mark, quite literally. Even the term 1999, and we'll get into kind of like all the implications of 1999 when we watch the video a second time around, because there's interesting references. But 1999 is the year Mark was born, and it's a statement piece of himself. The framing of the video itself is that he travels back to 1999, but it's more so a statement of himself. And the sound is so unique. It's, you know, he's a rapper and he does rap a lot on this song, but the main hook is Mark going for a pure falsetto the entire time is a crazy endeavor. It's a crazy challenge. And the sound sounds, I don't know, it has a little bit of like I want to say it's like a throwback to, I don't know what exactly, but it's not any specific K-pop sound. It is definitely unique to Mark. And I think that's a very bold choice. I think that's a very bold decision. I think it was definitely a creative one. And I loved it. It was fantastic. Let's go ahead and check out that video again, because there's a lot of really cool references. Let me see what all the, if there's anything on the buildings. The Hubble Cafe, Baba Bags You Jazz Club, Le Make Book, Bigger Star. I don't think there's anything specific about those titles. Oh, interesting. That's, I think, the opening shots. Hold on, let me go back even further. That's Mark right there. Oh, that's Mark in because this is him. This is the time travel version of him. Okay.
Listen.
And the UFO is Agent Mark, as it were.
So low, feels like 99. Well, listen to me. 99, yeah, 99. 99, yeah, 99. 99, yeah, 99. Yeah.
When I first heard this, I thought it was such a unique, interesting intro. Had no idea it was the actual hook, because it's all falsettos that I thought, well, it's not going to be the actual chorus, right? It is. And that in and of itself is pretty bold. But let's dive further into it. Oh, it says it right there. Agent Mark from Prakchi. So it's the same character.
1999년생 나와 업계를 brain slap 전생 깨워 like a alarm
Brain
set.
slap to
I'ma
the
wake him up,
industry.
I'ma wake him up, I'ma wake him up. 난 대고 뭐
Code name 82 Wake Up.
소박할리 없지. Got a call from a maker told me wake up. 사id 소박할리 없지. 난 대고 뭐 16 기분 내 dream. 소박할리 없지.
Is that Mark's album? This Fruit Falling. I feel like the glasses, it says 82 Wake Up. I wonder if the glasses are like giving him a glimpse into the future.
Got a call from a maker told me wake up. Said okay. 오늘 저 태양절 뭐 보여 I feel reborn. Used to think but now I know baby. 1999 다시 느껴 난. Today I feel so new. Feels like 99. 99 yeah 99. 99 yeah 99.
Wow, that's catchy.
기가 막히네.
Oh my god. 기가 막히네. That's amazing is a good translation. I would say the term unbelievable is like I don't know, unbelievable, ridiculous, amazing. It's kind of like all that same vibe. But the way that he's saying that, right? That is specifically like the vibe of how like it's a very Korean way to pronounce it. Obviously it's a Korean word, but just I guess it's more of like an older man, like an ajoshi, like an older man way of pronouncing it. Kind of like something like your uncle would do, or like a country accent of pronouncing it. That's really, really funny.
아침에 okay I wear that armor like Jackie no what's that. 하룻밤 낮을 바뀌는 세상 말고 난 I know he sees me more than so viral. What's a decade? 10년 동안 나 같은 너무 못 봤네 100. 못할 바엔 일을 하게.
All the previous albums he's released.
1999 다시
Best rap album.
Today I feel so new. Feels like 99.
This man claims he's seen 2000. Is he from the future? Oh.
99 yeah 99. What? 99 yeah 99.
Oh, Oreo is interesting.
Light it up. 해가 또 밝았네. This is a revolution. I leave the 99 just to get on, baby.
New millennium. What's all the posters saying? Mark, take me back to the future. Welcome to the future.
세기 마지막에 태어난 아이 시대의 마지막이 될게. Only one more question remains. 대체 what was his plan?
What was this whole plan? Yeah, what is the motivation behind this video? Wow, the strings during this bridge section is so epic.
Let me show you I was born to be. What you mean? Let me show you I was born to be. I was always meant to be yours. Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
다시 느껴 나. Today I feel so new. Feels like 99. Listen to me. 99 yeah 99. 99 yeah 99. Oh, you. 99 yeah 99. Can you show me how you spend? 세상에도 지금 market.
Happy 2000. It's the new millennium. I wanted to read 1999. VJ Mark. VJ typically is slang for video jockey. Um, Typically, video jockey is cameraman, camera operators. Fortress champion #1 rank. No way. Oh, okay. First off, bring back Fortress. Second, Fortress is, I think if you were a Korean or even Korean American, or maybe even Asian American, you might remember Fortress from that era. Fortress was a really fun. It was a really fun game. I don't know how else to explain it, other than it was it was a lot of fun, and it was like a tank game, and that's just like a really funny little reference. Time traveler. From Prakchi, huh? Even down to the outro, it's just so much fun. Wow. Okay, so it looks like the music video is Mark traveling to the past and telling people about the new millennium that's going to arrive. Especially because that's interesting, because 1999, some people thought the world was going to end. They thought in the new millennium there was this idea that with Y2K that all the electronics would be destroyed, and or like there would be a robot uprising. There were all of these theories about what would happen when it turns from 1999 into 2000, and ultimately nothing really changed. In the lieu of technology like going crazy, but there was a lot of like anxiety and like fear, but also excitement in the air within the 1999 era because of that. And it's really interesting, the idea that Mark is part of inciting and stoking kind of like the revolutionary aspect of that, as we see in like the bridge section of it. So he's playing on that, as well as I think there's a little bit something to be said with time traveler Mark going back in time, kind of to say that Mark is an artist ahead of his time. I feel like there's got to be a sort of subtle symbolism in that of Mark traveling back in time and kind of telling people what's going to happen. But overall, it's a fun, cute music video. It looks like the storyline is pretty simple in that regard, but it's a cool song. It's a really fun song, and it feels personal. I feel like everything Mark has ever released, from his first SM station to, I guess not Prakshi or 82 Present. I guess lyrically maybe 82 Present, but like it feels personal. I feel like Mark, with even like 200, Mark's music always feels so personal. Mark is so talented and he's so capable of really doing anything. And I think it says really a lot about who he is and his character as a person, as a human being, that 1999 is such a personal project. It's all about his identity. And I know that Korean Americans and Asian Americans and Korean Canadians, and just people who have a dual nationality like that, we tend to focus a lot about our identity. A lot of people had challenging upbringings in that way, or even just the dissonance of growing up in a certain culture where you are not the majority ethnically, or even having the feeling of fish out of water as a Korean Canadian who then travels to Korea, which this is his homeland technically, but also it's not the culture he grew up in or around, at least. And so identity is a very big part that plays into, I think, a lot of Asian American artists. And it's, I think, really cool that Mark plays with this a lot. Of course, there's a reference to the Toronto aspect as well, quite literally playing hockey in a Canadian jersey. But I like that it's so personal, but it's also incredibly pleasant on the ears, and it's a very beautiful pop sound. It reminds me of something, but not in the sense of like, oh, it sounds like something Mark copied somebody. No, it's intensely original. I'm just trying to equate it to something in that it reminds me a little bit of something. I can't quite place what. The first thing that comes to mind is it reminds me of the artist Mika. Mainly the falsetto parts reminds me a lot of Mika. And Mika is, I want to point out, not a rapper. I actually don't know what I don't Mika might not actually even be American. I know a lot of Mika music, and I grew up on it, and I was such a fan of it. But I don't know anything about actually Mika the artist. But yeah, I think it's very strange that Mark, who debuted as a rapper and was very famously known as a rapper, his solo product reminds me of something that is remotely nothing close to rap. Like he uses rap more as a tool and a device in this song rather than rap being the focus of it. And I think that really just speaks to how amazing his artistry is. I love it. 1999 is really fantastic. I can't wait to check out the First Fruit album. It's so creatively interesting, and I have been waiting for Mark to make his solo debut, and I have been waiting to see what kind of color and identity that he debuts with. And this is just my first taste. Well, I guess 82 Present and Prakchi were also my first taste. But this is like my first big bite of the Mark pie. And I love it. It's delicious. It's so good. I can't wait to check out the album. Guys, I'm going to wrap up my reaction there. I will be doing a listening party for the album. So if you want to check out the First Fruit album reaction with me, we're going to dive into it over on Patreon. Link's going to be in the description below. Of course, you don't have to support me monetarily if you don't want to. You can just hit like down below. You can subscribe over here. Check out my other videos here. And I'll see you later. Bye, guys.